Test. Sin raid.
Good and happy Wednesday. Sin Raid, Kiwi Pirate, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're doing some Elite Dangerous this evening. From Rookie Commander Marty here. Marty61 plays, as you can see on top of the screen there. That's actually my ship. That's a
Person raising hand. Hey Marty.
That's a Diamondback Explorer. Pete, welcome to the stream. Newtorious. Geez, we got the whole gang in here just about. How's everybody doing? So, let's get into it, shall we? I'm going to do some solo play for now. Maybe if I get any interaction in Discord, maybe. You know what? I'm going to stay out of Discord because this is difficult enough for me right now. Sin, thanks for the raid, bud. Welcome aboard, everybody. NT Sheep Digital Wonderlands. Hey, cool. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Why not, right? Never know. If you like this game, maybe I'll provide a few laughs for you. So anyway, as the title says, yeah, don't blow up. That's, well, you know what? Maybe that'll provide a little comic relief here this evening. Anyway, I got shields, Pete, so we should be okay. Let's see. Yeah, that was so funny. When I first started, I was wondering why I was blowing up, and I showed double tap. Welcome in, welcome in. So I was wondering why my ship was blowing up, and Pete found out I didn't have any shields, and he says, "Jesus, what are you doing?" Right? Some people go around without shields, right, Noof? We're in deep space exploration today. Let me just show you what's going on here. So this is your navigation map here, or your navigation console. All right. So here's where we are. Just to give you a better perspective, we'll pull out a little bit. That's the center of the galaxy over there. And if we pull out a little more, this cluster here, I've got a whole bunch of things bookmarked in here, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. That, I think, is what they call the bubble. So, yeah. And this is what the galaxy map looks like, kind of. There's the center of the galaxy over there. Here's the bubble. When you first start the game, you get a ship, and you start inside this bubble.
Do you really want to know how many sidewinders I went through learning how to play Elite with a controller? I've got it down like crazy now, but I filled a junkyard all my own. Here yet.
Yeah, you know.
Since Arcade is trying to get a crew together for a beaver tail hunt.
You know, I've moved on from the Sidewinder, but and I don't think I have any ships in my in the junkyard. I think I still got all my ships, but in any case, let's see, let's put in. Okay, Sol is your current solar system. It's where the Earth is, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to point to Sol for just a moment, and just so I can show you how far out I am from the Earth's solar system. I'm almost 4,000 light years out, 3,788.44 light years away from Sol. So I'm quite a ways out. There's not a lot of forgiveness way out here. So we're going to have to try to be careful, watch what we're doing, and not fall asleep at the wheel like I have been known to do. Gunboat Willie, welcome to the stream. How are you? Okay, so another thing you can do from your navigation console is see what you've got scanned. So this is the local star system. It has two suns. That's the big shiny balls there. These other ones here are all planets. I don't remember if I scanned this one myself or if it was already scanned, but I know one thing. I got first footfall on this planet. Not only that, but okay, I'm going to turn that one down a little bit because
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm not elite in anything. I'll show you that in a minute too. Yeah, so this place got 5 biological entities, and I have scanned I don't think I've fully scanned one yet. Let's yeah, let's get out and check that out. I'm gonna get out on foot for now, and hope I have enough of those energy packs. Now it appears, is it dark? I think it's dark. Yeah, that's not good. That's not gonna help. Okay, now what are we looking for? Cactus. Okay, so here's something here.
Should you not be doing stretches for your upcoming speed run attempt? At Delta 246.
Delta, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How's the speed running? Is this? Did I see that right? This is your second one this evening. So this has not been scanned. It looks like I fully scanned. So no, sorry. Rookie. Navigation. So system map. Hang on a sec. Yeah, okay, let's do it this way. So we have a cactus type of plant scanned, and generally speaking, if you come in here and you pull out your scanner and you go like this, okay, you see the scanner on it's in my hand. There's a little canister on the hanging off the front of the scanner there. It's got a blue line on it, a dark blue line. You can barely see it. If you've already scanned something, there should be something, a light that shows up in that canister, and I'll show you what I mean. So watch what happens when I scan this item. See those three dots appeared in the canister. So you need 3 samples. There I go. Yeehaw. You need 3 samples for a complete scan of any particular biological entity. We're just going to run around here for a few seconds here just to see how far you got to go to get another one. Now, that particular biological thing, there may not be a whole lot of them around. So I might have to go back to the ship and either get the SRV and cruise around on that for a bit, or actually take the ship and just fly around looking for that thing. So you noticed earlier I said
They have a huge range.
yeah, it depends on the planet, but yeah, you're generally right. I've seen them, like I think the last planet I was on, I was able to run probably 3 or 4 clicks and scan them all. It took a few minutes, of course, but I think on that particular planet there were like 4 biological
And they are few and far between.
yeah, exactly, right. That's kind of what it's looking like. Not only that, but it's dark, so that's going to make it even harder to find. I think I'll just get in my ship, fly low and slow, and wait till I see another one. We'll go like that, yeah. I'm definitely going to be taking the SRV out this evening too. That's always a fun trip, right? The SRV is sort of, I hesitate to say the equivalent, but it's sort of along the lines of the Exo-craft in No Man's Sky, right? For anybody who hasn't played this or hasn't seen it. It pops out of the belly of the ship there, and then you can wander off. And it does have a fuel limit, so you got to be careful with that. Now, what I've seen is that usually you can take your SRV out on 2 or 3 planets before you run out of gas. But when you run out, you're out. You got to stop into a space station or something and refuel. So I like to go probably, in the 30, 40 kilometers an hour range of speed. Now, I'm not playing with a controller here, so yeah, that's a good speed right there. You can see everything on the ground there. Everything spawns in at a nice distance. So my landing gear is down. If I see something, I can just stop and land.
You can refuel if you have the mats.
The materials, right. And I'm not at that yet, Pete. I'm not nearly as seasoned a pilot, and well, I'm not even close to elite. So Pete knows all this stuff for sure. And thanks for the info, Pete. I think I've run into that before, actually. I've tried to refuel my SRV and noticed that I need materials that I don't have. So yeah, that's a thing. Okay, I see something glistening down here, but I don't know what it is. It's directly in front of us now. And I think it's what we're looking for, but if it is, I'm going to stop. Yeah, I think it is. Let's get down a little bit. 50 meters. Yeah, that's one. Okay. Let's pull up the stops right here. And down. Thank you. So this is Exo-Biology. We're going to do this planet first, or as much of it as we can. And then I'm going to go to a different system and basically go through the motions of what I do to, and Pete, I know you have some mods that help you out, and that's great. I haven't downloaded any mods yet. I'm still trying to figure out the game a little bit. So yeah, you see, if you push the right mouse button when you're looking at your possible target, if it's blue, that means you can't scan it. Oh yeah, you need this little circle here to be able to scan it. 1 sulfur and 1 phosphorus to refuel. Aha!
1 sulfur and 1 phosphorus to refuel SRV.
Oh, that's great information, because I may actually have that. I was looking for phosphorus earlier. I finally figured out how to use the those people in the space stations, the people that sell that stuff, the materials, the encoded, the manufactured, and the raw materials. Yeah, finally figured that out. It took me a bit. You need to have something to exchange is the key. If you're gonna buy raw materials, you need to have other raw materials that you can exchange for them. Okay, we're looking for 4 other biological items. We found 1. I suspect there may be bacterium on this planet. Bacteria. There's one there. That might be one there, yeah. Oh, and here's another one of those. So why don't we just put it down right here? That way we can probably get 2 of these things. There's one of these items directly in front of us there. So we're going to go, when you come out of this particular ship, the Diamondback Explorer, more commonly and more commonly known as the DBX. You're facing the back of the ship.
On slightly rocky areas.
Slightly rocky areas. Okay. I can't tell the difference between rock and. Now you're not talking about the mountains there, right? Okay, let's pull out our scanner And yep, this one's fair game. So let's go ahead and scan our third sample. You notice how the little blue light, there are 6 dots now, and there's going to be, this is going to fill it up. And that's what happens when you scan 3 samples of the same biological item. So, okay. By the way, folks, Nuftorius just put out a brand new video the day before yesterday. He has some excellent learning videos, and this one is about what I'm doing here now, Exo-Biology. Yeah, so check it out. Sure, anybody who's got links that they want to share, for your own channel, by all means. Exclamation, I think PSB is for you, Pete. And exclamation Noof, I think, is for Nuftorius. Exclamation Delta, I think, is for Delta. I'm sure I have shortcuts for just about everybody. So here we go. Here's bacteria. It might be called bacterium. This might be just one culture here. I don't know. What's it called? Bacterium. Yeah, okay. I'll pass on that pronunciation for now. I'm sure I could pull that off if given more than 3 seconds, but yeah, so excellent video on that, by the way, Nuftorius. Pretty much all the information you need to get yourself going. Okay. Okay. Going to be looking for some more bacteria. Fortunately, the bacterium on this planet is slightly, well, it contrasts with the ground, let's just say. So we should be able to find more. Hopefully, well, there's some more right there, I think.
Elite Dangerous Exploration Buddy and SRV survey apps for exploring. Thanks, Marty. I was happy with it for my first Elite video.
Yeah, it's a good video, yeah, for sure. I mentioned in the comments that, well, I thought you might have been missing something, but you know what? If you're inside the bubble, you don't necessarily need the fuel scoop, right? That's not what I wanted to do. Do this. So I think there's some bacterium off the stern here.
Check out Pete's awesome stream
Did I?
and more
Did I land here? Oh no, there it is.
https://www.youtube.com/@tegubis.
There it is. So Pete does a lot of Elite Dangerous streaming. I'm pretty sure he's been doing some No Man's Sky, but maybe not so much recently. A lot of Elite Dangerous. And I've seen you doing a lot of this stuff, Pete. What's your running tally on the income so far? I'm sure you've gotten like tens of billions by now. So I was out doing this, about a month ago, and
data do you think you have so far?
I don't have a clue. Is there any way to find out? I've been out here for like 3, 4, 5 days or something. Is there any way to find out in here? Status? No. So here's my ranks. Harmless. Explorer rank Ranger. Okay, maybe that's my getting out here and outside the bubble a couple of times. Do you see that somewhere? I don't. Oh, your current trip. Okay. Yeah, I have no clue. What I normally do is I wait till I get into the genomics. Yeah, yours. Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying. And that's probably your one of your mods that tells you that, is it? Or So I have 2 helpless ranks, and I have Exo-Biologist, Ecologist. I'm about halfway up there. Combat rank, mostly harmless. Exploration. Okay, I'm not seeing it. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be seeing that or not, but regardless, there's my ship stuff. So we got the Guardian frameshift drive booster last week. I managed to get that. What else did I manage to get? Got a few other things. Yeah, this we got some upgrade to that. I'm doing about 50 light years now. That's pretty much the range of this ship. I think, was that stated there or not? Okay, I didn't want to go that fast. Okay, we're doing good here. Yeah, the range should be stated there somewhere. Status, eh?
If you are new to the stream, consider subscribing to this channel. It would be very much appreciated.
Actually, I think it is in status, isn't it? But it's down here somewhere. Yeah. No. There's my balance. So I got 3.4 billion. I got that. I got pretty much most of that in the last foray outside the bubble.
Get that ship to 72 Li.
Yeah. Well, easily. Easily is might be a bit of a stretch for me. I've been working on the engineering and stuff, but I was finding it was a bit of a little bit of a grind, but nevertheless. Oh, is this more? Yeah, you see, some of these things cluster around, right? Some of these biological things, but I'm still looking for the third. Is this one over here? Straight ahead. Hard to say. Until you get up a little bit closer, that just looks like a kind of a ripple in the ground, yeah. How high are we? 30 meters plus. I'm safe. Is this one? I think this is one here. Right here? Yeah. Let's put this thing. Yeah, it's a bit of a grind, yeah. Yeah, I'm, I sympathize with everybody that's been doing this for a while, and it's still a grind. It's still a grind, but I'm sure it's better than it was. And, good on the development team for that, right? Now, did I just land right on top of that thing? No. Where is it? Whoops. Did I? No, there it is. Just change colors. Look at that. Okay, let's get the gun out. Third sample of bacterium. 3 more things to go. I think everything was kind of in a mishmash here. Nothing, I don't believe anything was like off the beaten path. Sometimes you'll scan a planet, you'll get more than one biological item, and some areas will. Some areas. Yeah, I'm not sure I would have stuck around either. I've been humming and hawing about this game since I bought it because of the grind, but it's not bad, I'm starting to get a better feel for it and getting a better feel for what it is that I need to do. So actually we got 2 more things left to find. We have 3 items. We have the cactoid, we have the bacterium, and we have that this thing here. I'm not exactly sure what's missing. quite often you'll get a tussock kind of thing, which is kind of like grass. I haven't seen any on this planet, I don't believe. When you come into the when you get close to the planet, you do a surface scan. It tells you everything that's on the planet. Yeah, so there's a number of scans that you need to do. And as you were saying yesterday, Nuftorius, Nuftorius goes by the pilot name Commander Lycos, by the way. I don't know if I should call you Lycos or Nuftorius. Maybe I should call you Lycos for the purpose of this particular stream, since we're doing Commander Lycos Hawk. Yeah. Okay, I'm going way too fast here. And I'm way too high, probably, to be able to pick up anything. Now, I don't know that there's a scanner on the ship that allows me to see. I know there's a night vision camera, or night vision whatever mode. I don't remember what I put that on, though. I know I can go into the settings and look that up, but I'm pretty sure I changed it. Is it is Control L? Oh no, we didn't want to do that. Is it Alt L? Nope. Okay, L is landing gear. I thought L was I thought Control L or something like that was my lights, my night vision. Maybe it's yeah, it's N, not L. Night vision. N for night vision. So system colonization suite. We're not going to be using that. Pulse laser. Nope, not going to be using that. Detail scanner. Surface scanner. I think that's the one you use when you're like kind of moving in towards the planet.
Night vision on your ship, SRV, and if engineered your suit.
Yeah, my suit is not engineered. None of my suits are engineered. I just have the bare essentials, and so okay, maybe you can answer this, Pete. Let me just see if I can level this out somewhat, because I want to go in here. Okay, energy cells. I got 14 energy cells. Okay, does that replenish the 3 in my backpack? Does that replenish it every time, or what's the deal with that? Like, does that replenish every time I get into my ship? Because you can only go so far on most of these planets on a single power cell. It's auto replenish, is it? Okay. But only when you get into your ship, right? Not like it doesn't auto replenish when you're walking around, right? You got 3 and that's it, right? See how much of a rookie I am? I don't even know the simple things. But I have fun. Ship or SRV? Okay.
Ship or SRV.
Sounds good. Pete is a wealth of information about this game. I'm suspecting Delta knows quite a bit about it too. He's been doing quite a bit. He's been playing this for a while too. And there are... Oh, what's this? Is this... What is this stuff? That's tussock. Okay, so that's what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, see how hard it is to see that stuff? Let's put this thing down. Scan some tussock. That'll be item number 4. I might just stop at 4 for now. Go to another system and just so you can kind of get an idea. Cannot disembark. What? Oh, I wasn't landed. Funny one, Marty. Okay, yeah. Oh, is this tussock? Okay, there's no lights on the canister, so we should be good to scan something here. That doesn't look like the normal tussock. Maybe it isn't. Alioida laminae green. Okay, so there's two different kinds of things here, right? It looks like to me. This is a different, yeah, you see, when you see that, ready to sample, warning different species, that means that this orange stuff, or pink or red or whatever color that is different than this stuff. So if you start scanning this one, you'll lose what you just scanned, right? And as you can see, if you press the right mouse button, the stuff you just scanned is blue because you need, yeah, you see, insufficient genetic diversity. You got to go and get that stuff somewhere else, right? And the stuff that's purple, of course, is a completely different species, right? So what do we got over here? We got some more over here, but I don't think that's far enough. Nope, that's not far enough. So I'm wondering if this orange stuff here is far enough from that orange stuff to provide a different sample, because I think what I'm going to do is walk around here and see if I can get more of that stuff. Yep, see, this is far enough. This is the second sample of this. Bonus. This means you don't have to go very far for it. So there's probably some more around here somewhere. Not too far away, hopefully. Now, like I said, it is hard to see. There's some right over there. It's not easy to spot, but you can do it! Yeah, that's good. This is item number 4. And there's a full sample. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to scan the furthest one away, because this is a distance thing, right? Over any given distance, any given biological item needs to be a certain distance away from the next potentially scannable item. I don't know what the distance is. Discovered. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I think your mods tell you that, don't they? And I'm not sure if the base game tells you that or not. It's this green stuff looked like it might have been like 400 or 500 meters, probably 300 or 400 meters distance. This orange stuff, which is the last thing we're looking for, actually. So we'll have a full biological scan of this planet. I have no clue how much this is going to render. We did not get any... what's that stuff that's really, really valuable? Okay, I'm going to do this. Yeah, you see, you don't even have to be that far away. So I'm suspecting if I can scan this one, maybe I can scan the one that's down at the end. I don't think so. That would surprise me. It really depends on the plant. So I'm going to go over here and see if I can scan something over here. No, it's all blue. And anytime you get stuff that's blue like that, it's not. It's still the same. There's not enough genetic diversity. So now we got to find another patch of this stuff. You know what? Let's just go into the ship. Let's just use our ship. Just way, way, way easier that way. Hopefully this isn't the only 2 samples on the planet. would surprise me immensely. Okay. I think we'll on the next planet we find we'll take out the SRV for a few more laughs. Okay. Now we probably don't need to go very far. Let's get up a little bit higher. I like to be in the 30 to 40 meter range height-wise. 30 to 50. Shouldn't need to go any higher than that. Oh, here's some right here. And let's put this thing down here. Is alignment okay? Actually, nice big flat spot here. So we're gonna be remaining outside the bubble for this evening. I'm gonna be staying out here probably till Monday or Tuesday next, because I want to try and gear up enough funds to buy some stuff. Fleet carrier, to be more specific. Fleet carriers have a large capacity for materials, so for those who aren't aware, colonization is now a thing in this game, and in order to colonize, well, you need to you need a lot of materials. That is a real grind, and
Elite Dangerous is on 75% off on Steam ATM.
is that right, eh? Well, that's pretty cool. What does that make it in Canadian dollars, I wonder? Friendship. It's not friendship, it's frame shift.
Second account time.
Okay. The one I have, the version I have, is Elite Dangerous Odyssey. It is $11.69 Canadian. The regular Elite Dangerous is $6.50. So yeah, pretty dirt cheap there, for sure. Okay, let's navigate our butts over to a different system. So this is the system we're in, and like I said, the bubble is over there. So we're kind of in the northeast. We're northeast of the bubble. Coordinates are on the grid here. 2150, 3110, and that puts me 30, almost, well, just short of 4,000 light years outside the bubble. Okay, so I don't know what my filter is showing me right now. I know that's not the filter. I think I'm showing scoopable stars, so I'm not probably seeing everything I can see, and I'm okay with that. Let's see, this star is 40 light years away. That's just one hop away. And when you do that, when you select it like that, it comes onto your radar. It's a little circle just up and to the left of your kind of 3D map there, the big circle in the middle. So here we go. We're gonna go over there at some point. My friendship drive is charging. Hello, friends. So here we go. Now, when you pop into the system, I was going to say you need to have your wits about you, but I don't know if your ship is actually moving. Let's just. I think it is actually, because we're still in frame shift, right? We're still in FSD mode as far as I'm aware. So you need to do something. Let me just check my speed there. You see the speed has gone all wonky there. That's on the top right part of the 3D map. Yeah, so when you pop in, you're facing the star pretty much. So 30 kilometers per second. Okay, so let's go ahead and speed that up a little bit. We do have a fuel scoop, so we're going to do that. Now I like to just make sure the temperature doesn't get too high here. I think that might have been part of the problem. My first foray out here. I destroyed my Cobra Mark III several times. So you see the fuel on the right side there, and pretty soon it's going to be full. It's not a really big fuel scoop. I swapped it out for, I think, the frame shift, the Guardian option there. So, okay. We're in a new system. Let's have a look. So we know we have a star here. We don't know if we have any planets. So what we need to do is stop. I think we need to stop and scan. So here's the full system scanner. We do have 10 bodies in this system. So that includes the star. See, we have 1 out of 10 already, right? Up in the top right. So what we're going to do is we're going to move around looking for all the rest of the bodies. Now it tells you if there's anything on these planets here. In the features up there, there's none. So that means there's no, I think that means there's no biology on that planet. There's none on this one. And we'll move on to the next one. None on this one. Nope. 10 planets. Now I think I've had a system with like 45 bodies. I've seen systems. I think I've seen systems like that, like heavily populated star systems, populated by planets. When you see the dual rings like that, that means there's more than one planet in the subscan, or what I would call the subscan. Still nothing. Okay, we got 8 out of 10 so far. We're going to keep going down. This is the ecliptic plane here. So this is where the planets reside, right? Generally. This is where they rotate, or this is their orbit around the star, right? There's a water world. And here's the last one here. System scan complete. So we don't have any biologicals here, I don't think. So let's go and take another look this way. Now we see all our planets. The planets with the blue ring around them like this, they all have, I believe that's an atmosphere. The one with the blue ring and the partial ring on top of it means that you can land on that planet. So if we select that planet, obviously nobody's been here. And yeah, so features none. If you have any biologics on the planet, it'll tell you down here on the bottom of that panel. And when you discover them, they'll show up in here, right? So we're going to move along. This system has been scanned, and there's nothing else to do here as far as I'm aware. So we're just going to move along to the next system. Now, okay, we do have a line from where we have been tonight. Unfortunately, we can't see where we've been like all week, but I'm pretty sure like I'm coming from over there, right? I'm just keeping on going further out. At some point during this journey on this foray into the outside the bubble, I should say, I'm going to swing around and come back in a different way, so I don't. So I have a better chance of getting star systems that are that haven't been discovered yet, at least by me. Okay, so there's our target. It should be on our scanner right over here. Let's get the speed up, and let's get our friendship drive running. There we go. So when we find a planet that has biological information, we'll stop in. I've been stopping into planets with even just one item because I'm not finding a heck of a lot. Now maybe that has something to do with the filter I'm using, because I'm looking for scoopable stars, I mean. So here we go again. We're going to scoop this. Now we don't need to scoop much, we're not very far away. But I'll just keep it straight here. Okay, so another thing you can do here is just go straight into this map, and you can see if anybody has scanned the planets, if there are any. Now we see that there's a star here, but we don't see if there's any planets. There are 2 asteroid belts or clusters. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually scan the system. We have 15 bodies here, so not bad luck. There's the ecliptic plane. Hopefully there's no planets in behind the sun there, or the star. This one, there's multiple bodies here because there's 2 rings. So we'll go in, go over here, and scan that. No features. So when I'm hovering over the shiny dot here, you see on the bottom there, you see this line is moving back and forth. This is what tells you what kind of planet it is, sort of. It's an icy body. It's I guess the frequency of the planet or something of that nature. So every now and then you'll get a planet off the ecliptic plane, but generally speaking, most of them are going to be on the plane. So here again, we're going to put our scanner in the right place. I guess this is it here. We have like 4 or 5 planets here. So here's one. This one does not have any features. Here's another one. We have to change our scanner frequency. This one doesn't have any features. It is a rocky body. Oh, okay. Here's multiple planets here. Yeah. So you can drill down, right? No features there. And your little, there's little bullets kind of on your rings there that kind of indicate if there's anything else to see. So this one has 3 geological features, but as far as I'm aware, you can't scan those at the moment. So let's move back out, and we have some more here. This one doesn't have any features either. It's a rocky body. You could probably land on that, but well, when people get out here for colonization, they may want, oh, this one has 4, so we're actually going to go here. 4 biological features there, and we're at 9 out of 15. 29 signals detected, but there are 15 bodies. Some of them are these asteroid clusters, right? I think this is one here. Sure as heck looks like it. There's actually more than one here. There's quite a few here. Okay, this one doesn't have any features. This one, nope. Another icy body. Another icy body. This one has 2 geological features. Probably geysers or something like that. Oh, we got another one here. So that doesn't have any features. That's number 13. The last 2 are here, actually. There's one. Gas giant. This is the one that the rest of the planets are orbiting around in this particular subsystem here. System scan complete. So it'll tell you when you've scanned everything. So let's go back into our map, our system map, and see what we got. So we got 2 of these gas giants, I believe. All of the subplanets are you can land on them. This one, these 5, and these 4. This may be a moon. The big ones you can't land on them. This one has an atmosphere and you can land on it. Let's see, is this the one with the... Yeah, 4 biological items here. And this one doesn't have any. Okay, so we're going to go here. You just keep your left mouse button on that and you can select it. And here you can actually frame shift over to it. Oh shit, I just came out of frame shift. Why did I do that? What a bonehead move that was. All I had to do was line up with this thing. Okay, well at least there's no cooldown when you do that. If you do it and you're really going fast, your frame shift drive will need to cool down, but fortunately that's not the case here. All right. 1,223 light seconds away. So this thing will pick up speed to a certain extent, and then it'll start to slow down. This is one of the this is one of the dull moments of the game, where the ship just kind of oh, is that? That is where we're going. So why is that not? Okay, Super Cruise Assist. That's what I wanted. Now, Super Cruise Assist will get you there, but again, you got to have your wits about you when you get a little closer. If you want to scan the planet from a somewhat of a distance. Otherwise, you're going to be going around in orbit. I don't think it's catastrophic. It might be if you get into a gravity well, but otherwise it should just pull you into its orbit, and you're just going to stay there until you react. What I like to do is I like to get a little closer. So like I said, this is the there's a gas giant here with a bunch of planets or moons circling around it, and we're just headed to one of these moons. I'm guessing it's a moon. I don't think it tells you, does it? I don't think it... Is there that kind of information in the panel? Rocky world with little or no surface metal content, blah, blah, blah. You have not mapped this planet. Pristine reserves of... so this is all the materials on the planet. Now, I'm not familiar with all this stuff. People that do mining will know more about this. I don't think I have a mining beam on my ship, so I can't pick up the phosphorus or the sulfur that I need to fuel my SRV. At least I don't think I do. Let me just double check that. Modules. I do have a mining laser. Can I can't use that on the planet, though, I'm pretty sure. Okay, we're getting close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deactivate the Super Cruise Assist. And I'm going to bring this thing to a halt. Yeah, you see, we're in a gravity well now. I can't stop the ship. So what I'm going to do is just swing it around, swing it back around until the blue bubble is right at the dot. That means the planet is directly behind me. And what I'm going to do is move off a little bit, slow down, and turn it back around. So 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably far enough. I want to be just close enough where I can send in some probes. There you go. That's good enough. So I just stopped the ship now. And if I press my left mouse button here, I'll be into Detailed System Scanner. And you see on the bottom right there, it says efficiency target 4 probes. Okay. I'm going to send in 4 probes. Some people know better than me, of course, in terms of efficiency here. You probably only need to send in 2 or 3, but I'm okay with sending in 4 probes. And when they impact on the planet, you see it's going to tell you, as soon as you're 100% scanned, you'll see, there you go, you'll see what's on the planet. So up on the top in the middle, you'll see there's bacterium. And if you scroll through with the E or the Q, of course I'm playing on a PC, so it's keyboard, right? If you got a controller, well, there's other methods to do that. Fungoida, osseous, tussock, and that's the whole collection right there. So what you want to do, what I want to do here, I shouldn't say what you want to do, but what I want to do, what I like to do is try to get some common ground here. Now you see the bacterium occupies all the blue spots there. The fungoida seems to occupy the spots that are not occupied by bacterium. So I'm going to try to get in close to a meeting spot of those two. And you see the bacterium and the osseous are similar. So is the tussock. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to probably an area probably like close to the edge of the blue. I think that would be my preference, such that I can get the 3 that are there and possibly get the okay. Now you got to get it. You got to stay out of the red bars, or else you're likely going to you're going too fast, or your angle of descent is too steep, or too shallow, or something. So we're headed to this greenish kind of teal area here. Probably gonna.
Likes mountainous regions.
Yeah, it looks like it's in the mountainous regions. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to head over this way. Hopefully we'll get our 3 items in this green area between here and the mountains, where I'm pointing in the mountains. There's a big crater here. So just going to kind of head for that and see what the landscape is like on that. At some point we're going to slow down and that stuff is going to come off. See, here's the big crater. So we're now going top speed. This is not frame shift. You can see the height off the planet we are. We're 2.5 kilometers off the planet here, descending to 2 kilometers. You can see our coordinates there below the height, 74 latitude, 5 longitude. I think I'm going to head straight over there so I can have a better chance of... you know what? No. Let's see what we got in here. Okay. Probably a good idea to slow down here. Throw out our landing gear. $300 meters, 250, 200. Okay. we're getting into the height we need to be. So another tactic you can use here is point your ship down to the planet so you can see what's on the ground, and just use your upward thruster just to keep you off, you know, keep you kind of level. So I see some stuff over here to our right. That's the same kind of stuff we saw on the last planet. Now here we have daylight. So that's good. Daylight is better than nighttime, I would think. Okay, what do we got here? Let's put that over here. Yeah, so we've been at this an hour already. Wow. So here we go. Oh, we got some tussock over here. First footfall, there you go, confirmed. So when you get first footfall, you're the first one on the planet. That gives you a bonus for scanning these things. So you get a bonus when you turn in your Exo-Biology data to the genomics people. Osseous spiralis. I see another one way over there. I did say I was going to use my SRV, didn't I? So let's use our SRV. Let's have a little fun here. The mechanics are similar to No Man's Sky in terms of how the vehicle behaves. Similar. So we're going to board, and then we're going to disembark again. This time we're going to use our SRV. I think it's full of gas. Not quite. Okay, so I've had it out once on this trip already. And here we go. So I can turn with my S and A keys, or sorry, A and D keys, or I can turn with the mouse. And I think space is the boost. So if I go like this, oh, maybe not. Wow, this is one thing I'm having trouble getting used to. This thing spins around, and I'll show you why. I'll show you why I think it spins around like that. So, okay. Let's get out of this buggy. So here's your SRV. Very, very simple little thing. Here's your boosters that will give you some upward thrust. You have a weapon on top there. You got HOTAS. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. They're not cheap, eh? You know, the half decent ones anyway. They're not cheap. $300-400 or something like that. And I'll probably get one eventually, but I'm just holding out. So here's why I think this thing spins around. So you got 4 wheels in the back, 2 on each side. 4 on each side. No, 2 on each side. But in the front you got 4. And I think that's why you spin around like that. It's when you land, when you go airborne and you land. Okay, this thing is not far enough away. Is there anything else close by? God, I hope so. Oh yeah, over there. Okay, good. Okay. So I think we're going over here, right? Yeah, if you hit a little bump like this, you'll just go airborne. And then when you hit the ground, of course, you're all over the place, right? Now, we're close enough to this one and the other one over here. So I'm just going to get out here and see if this one's far enough away. It is not. How about this one? There's another one way over there, I think. Yeah, That certainly looks like another one. Still not far enough away. So we are 800 meters from our ship. Wow. So this thing is over a kilometer away. On the other planet, I'm pretty sure it wasn't, it didn't require us to be that far away. This thing is called the scarab. Scarab is a type of beetle, I think. So, okay, well, let's go over to the other one over there. Now, when you see biological items, that little thing on the center of your screen, the two partial circles. Okay, what just happened here? We got turned around here. I think we were going over here. I saw one there behind me, but I think that's the one we just scanned. These should be far enough away. So we'll find at least 2 of our items in the crater. We may find 3 actually. The bacteria might be here as well. Although I don't think I've seen it. Okay. Now is this is only the second one, isn't it? Or is it? Yeah, this one's far enough away. Okay. Now you gotta wait for this. Our ship is now 1,100 meters away. 2 out of 3. Okay. So no point in thinking about scanning the tussock yet, the grass, because that's just going to wreck our current scan. Now, instead of going further away from the ship, I'm going to go at an angle. Because if you go too far away from your ship, it'll take off. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you can recall your ship anytime. But I just find it a pain in the ass. Here we go. We just did a little spinorama again. Now, I don't think this one is far enough away. Now, you see how that shines when you're pointing at something? That can be useful. But again, I mean, some of this stuff, or most of this stuff, you can see with your bare eyes. Okay, that. Not far enough. Let's keep going. Where's the ship? Did the ship take off? No, it's over there. Right over there. There's some other samples of what we're looking for over there, I think.
What this game needs in binoculars.
Yeah, that could be useful. There's a few things that could be useful, but, you know, whatever. Okay, I saw one here somewhere. Yeah, right here. I don't know if this is far enough away. How far are we from the ship here? Not going to tell me. Analysis environment. Okay. It's not telling me how far away from my ship I am. This one is far enough away from the other 2, right? They got to be far enough away from each other, not just from the first one. So here's a full sample. Osseous. Do we have any grass? Tussock? in the vicinity that we can just scan before? Yeah, some over there. Probably just as well off just to get in our SRV and scooch over. Back this way. I suspect this stuff doesn't need to be like over a kilometer away. So now this stuff is green because it's a new sample. It's a new item. Sample number 1. Oh, I didn't complete it. See what happens if you pull up? Doesn't complete. You got to wait for the little pentagon or hexagon to show up. Tussock, cultural green. Now, I suspect I may be able to find 2 more samples.
Have a good rest of game.
All right, Pete. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the info. And have a good sleep. Have a good night. Take care. Don't forget to check Pete out, fellas. People? Probably not just fellas in here. It's a wealth of information, especially No Man's Sky, Elite Dangerous. I think he does several other titles as well. I think I've seen him stream several other titles. Okay. We're just getting closer and closer to the ship, and no tussock. Is that one there? No, that's a rock. I suspect we don't have to be as far away to get some genetic diversity on the grass. But we have to find some. That goes without saying, right? Let's go over this way. Yeah, this thing really moves. 30 kilometers an hour? Is that it? Maybe it is. It just looks like it's going really fast at times. I mean, obviously not as fast as your ship. Having trouble finding grass all of a sudden. We had lots of it back that way. Come on, boy. Where's all the grass? Wow. There's some. Okay. Yeah. Plenty of genetic diversity here. So the little yellow bar on the bottom left of the screen, that's my oxygen meter for my suit. If I was walking around the planet, that thing does drop when you scan. It does use, for some reason, that's actually not the oxygen, that's the power cell. It does use up the power cell as you scan. So as long as you have power cells, you're fine. I don't know if anybody's ever run out of power cells. I guess they have, but when you run low on, if you're down to your last cell and you're running low, you can recall your ship and avoid a disaster. I guess maybe. Is it a disaster? I suspect your ship doesn't get your ship doesn't blow up like it does if you hit a planet or going to the sun or something to overheat. But okay, 3 genetic samples. Wait, now is that 3? Let's have a look. Let's get in here and have a look. Because I think in here you got the same. Yeah, you got the same interface. So let's go in here. What's going on here? The yellow diamond, isn't that normally for conflict? Huh. Or is that me? That my ship? Yeah, I think it is me. Right, so we're looking for... So we've got 2, we're not 3, we got 2. I said something about bacterium, right? There might be bacterium here. I think between here and the mountains we'll probably find bacterium. Let's get back in our ship. So you get in the same way you got out, basically. You get under the belly of the ship and load this thing up. And it even gives you the kind of loading area. So, nope. Cannot move to ship. So you got to be right... You got to be right inside... There. Yeah, it's not a lot of grace there. Okay, and we're going to pop back into our cockpit here. Just take off. Get her going to some kind of speed. Keep our nose to the ground to see if we see anything else we need to scan. See these lighter patches here? This is the kind of thing we're looking for, right? It could be lighter, it could be darker, I don't know. Let's go over this way. Yeah, it's hard to tell. If you get really close, you can see the bacterial kind of texture. I don't see any on that. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't see any bacterial texture. There's the mountains. The range. We're going to be heading to that. Now, is this bacteria? No, that's a rock. So bacteria is usually standalone. It doesn't usually have rocks on it. No, I think I saw some. Wow, that was a rough landing. I think I might have seen some to our right, but I'm not sure. So what you do is you take your scanner out and you do a scan. Is that some there? I don't think so. No. 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 Your scanner, when you do a scan like that, it'll show you. Already analyzed. Right. So that's the tussock we saw in the valley. You know what? There's slightly discolored stuff over here. I wonder if that's bacteria. See, it's a slightly different shade of brown. Right here. Right where my little red dot is. Might not be. And nope. Even this, nope. Okay, we'll keep looking. It might be more obvious than this when we do find it. I'm just not sure what we're going to find yet. So this stream, I think, this title will replace State of Decay 2 for a while. Like I said last week, I'm going to try to get a little more proficient at State of Decay 2. There's a lot of stuff in that game that I would like to be much better at before I really go, like, you know, I was going to say, well, let's just call it knee deep. Okay, let's go 40, 50, 40, 50, no, somewhere in between. There you go. Okay, now hopefully in the plain between here and the mountains, we'll find what we're looking for. I'm pretty sure I saw bacterium in the list of biological items. So it's just a question of, oh, there's some. It was a little more gray. I think I saw some there. Just a slight tinge more gray to our left. So let's go over and have a look. So to our left means to our right here.
Were you able to find that Dune game after?
Yeah, it's on Steam. There's 4 or 5 varieties of it, if you will. So this is what I'm looking for here, the bacterium. So I'm not sure which one you were referring to. Hang on a second now. Let me just... yeah, Dune Awakening, Dune Imperium, Dune Space Wars, Dune Crawl, Dune Strider. Dune Sea. There's a whole bunch of stuff. If you go on Steam, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of Dune titles. I suspect you're talking about Dune Awakening. That's the expensive one. I'm not sure I'm going to jump into that title as an early adopter.
Dune Awakening is
we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll see. I'm not going to rule it out yet. I got a bunch of titles in my library that I haven't even looked at yet that I would like to play. Not just my Steam library, but also. So here's some more here. I have some in Epic. I have some in Galaxy Gaming. So there's some to our right in front of us, and there's some, I think, slightly to our left behind us. Should be right off the... is it the port? Yeah, right here. So here's some more. Okay, is that sample 2? Yes. Stratum, I think, Pete. I think is what is the more lucrative item.
I'll be streaming it, so that might help you decide.
Yeah, could possibly. It's a new game, right? I'd like to see some trailers and stuff like that. You know, that also helps me make up my mind. Of course, the trailers, you know, will glorify the game, but still. Oh, here's another one right here. I think this might be far enough away. So we'll just point this thing down here. And then we'll head off to the mountains to see if we can find that last that last item.
He releases May 20th, I think.
Okay. I got lots of time to come up with $65. There it is. It is far enough away. There we go. There's the third biological item out of 4. Full sample done. Now we're looking, I think, for the cactoid or something like that. Let's get the ship in the air. Now, the thing about flying this ship at top speed on a planet like this, if you got your landing gear down, you're only going half speed. So to go faster, you see I'm going 113 here. If I take my landing gear up, boom! Now we're pretty close to the mountains, so I'm thinking I probably want to slow this thing down anyway. I might end up walking around up here somewhat, just to kind of, yeah, because there's no real, you know, you might not find a place to land up here. There might be a valley in there somewhere where you can put this thing down. But I mean, the item we're looking for is all over the mountains, according to the scan, the full system scan that we did earlier. So if we do find a valley, it's quite likely that our item will be in or around said valley. The only question is, can we find a valley with a flat spot? And we got to really try hard not to rake this thing on the ground or into the ground. That might be catastrophic. I do have shields, but punching this thing into the side of a mountain, probably not a good idea. Shield or not. Okay, we got to find a spot to put this thing down. You need a flat spot. You do need a flat spot to put this thing down. It won't land on rough terrain. And of course, the bigger your ship, the more difficult, or the bigger spot you need to land it. This, I think, is a small ship, is it not? Small footprint, so might be able to find something here. Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down. We're definitely far enough into the game, actually, we're far enough into the mountains to hopefully find our biological samples. Speed it up just a little bit. So we're only 50 meters off the ground here. It's a good chance we'll be able to see at the speed and height we're at. There's a good chance we'll see what we're looking for. I don't know yet what I'm looking for. It can have, it's probably a little kind of bulbous things. Although, maybe not. Okay, here's a big valley. Here's a big valley. There's lots of rocks. Of course. Now there's a flat spot there. That might have been okay to land in. Is this what we're looking for? No, that's a shadow. Okay. You can land on a bit of an incline if you have to. That is a thing. don't see any biologics up here. I might have to forego this. I'm not flying over the whole mountain range looking for one plant. That's just ridiculous. I don't always scan all the stuff on a planet. If it's like too elusive, it's sort of the same thing with the rare items in No Man's Sky, right? You know, you're not going to spend hours looking for a rare item. That's just ludicrous. Wahaha. Yeah, not going to... Oh, yeah, I think this is it here. So we need to find a place to land. There's probably more close by. So if we can land relatively close to this spot, we might be able to get our 3 samples. And when I say relatively close, we're still relatively close here. So here's a spot here. It's small, but it might do right here. Let's have a look. Okay. Unsuitable terrain. Yeah, see, that's part of the problem, right? If you don't have any unsuitable terrain, if you don't have any suitable terrain, whoop. Okay, I just hit something there. If you don't have any suitable terrain, well, you just can't land. This might be suitable here. Let's stop right here. Oh, he just moved off on his own. He's looking for suitable terrain. That's the automatic landing feature on this thing. Okay. Yeah, nothing here. Let's move on. I'm sure there's more.
Yeah, mountains are
So we did find some. Mountains are a pain, yeah, for sure, absolutely. We might have been better off landing back on the plane back there and then walking in. But these mountains are really high too, so I was thinking maybe the SRV, but like I said, these mountains are really high. You can damage your SRV in here. Take a tumble off some of these cliffs and you'll find out, yeah. Been there, done that. Now, is there any down here? No. Okay, I gotta put this thing down. Take a bio break. We're halfway into the stream here, pretty much. How about right here? Is this good? We're 200 meters up, so that little patch right there, it doesn't look like much, but it might be big enough. Closer we get to it, the bigger it will look. No. That's not going to do it. You can tell on your on the big circle. No, it's not landing. On the big red circle on the bottom of your screen, it shows you what the surface is like, and you can see. You can probably see if you have an area flat enough to land on. Of course, I don't see any of the biological samples here, so it's probably not a good spot to land in anyway. And the bottom of the valleys are just full of rubble, so we might have to forego this. Might have to forego this. I don't know if you get a bonus for scanning everything like you do in No Man's Sky. For scanning everything on the planet. Okay, there's another spot right here. I don't know if it's big enough. There might be some spots, actually. There might be a spot right here. Some small rocks will not hinder your landing. Okay, I'm not moving forward or backwards here, but still it's looking to see if it can find terrain here. And obviously it cannot. How about this spot over here? Nope. Rocks here. A spot behind me. You can back it up. Right here. That was a spot. Oh, come on, man. Thought I saw it go blue. There it is. There it is. Auto landing in progress. Says unsuitable terrain. Is it gonna... There we go. Look at that. No. Oh, it did. I don't even know if we took damage. Now, the only problem is, of course, there's not a frickin'... Oh, yes, there is. I was going to say there's not a frickin' thing to scan here, but there is, right over there. Look at that. We might be in luck. Well, this is what I like to do. I like to just... See, this is a fairly flat spot here, but it's probably not quite big enough for the ship. So I like to exhaust the jetpack. Then I like to hop once. And then the jetpack recharges. So here's our sample. It's the cactoid, is it? Fungoida. Satesis. Okay. Now the only question is, where are we going to get more of that? These are too close, I suspect. Yeah, they're all blue. Let's go on. You know what? I'm going to go back to my ship, and I'm going to take this little bio break, and then when we get back, we'll see if we can find more of this stuff, whether we find it in this valley or somewhere else. No big deal if we don't find it, that's all. That's no catastrophe there. Yeah, the jetpacking is fun too. You can hop on a lot of these planets with lower gravity. You can hop around like this too. You don't even need a jetpack. Jetpack helps, but it's not a necessity. And okay, so that's gonna do it until the break. Refresh your drinks and snacks, smoke them if that's what you're into. Use the facilities if you must, and I will be back in 2 or 3 minutes. Thanks for hanging out, folks. time to see if we can find some more of this item. Here's a big valley. Kinda. This place looks like it might be, might have some luck in here, but don't see any yet. We're not going that fast, and we're really not that high off the ground. Can you guys still hear me? There's some there. There's some there on the mountain. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing down here. I doubt it, but there's a little bit of a patch here. Might work. No. Landing in progress. Alignment okay. Why are you telling me the alignment's okay if it's not? Oh, come on. Come on, man. Oh, it did land. I'll be damned. Is that a feature of the Diamondback or something like that? Or wait a second. Let me put my earbud back in for. There it is over there. Get my earbud back in for the chat bot. Here's sample number 2. I don't know how much this is worth. Like if it's actually worth doing this kind of. I remember the first time I did a full foray out into the outside the bubble here. I was about 2,000, maybe 2,500 light years out, and I got like 3.5 billion credits. I thought that was worth it. I think this might be worth more. I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be out here longer this time, but it's not about how long you're out here. It's about how much scanning you get done, right? If you don't find a lot of planets with biologics, you can be out here a month and still, not get as much, right? Okay. One more valley. Straighten this thing out a little bit. I've lost my sense of direction. I know there's a compass with a heading up on top there, 158 degrees. But I'm not sure which direction I initially started out in. It's all good. We'll manage. We got one more sample to get, then we're moving on to a different system. There are no space stations handy to this place. I don't know that there's a lot of anything handy to this place. So what you're stuck doing here Oh, and something else, Lycos, that maybe um, for the noobs, if that's the actual target audience of your video, your tutorial. I'm guessing it is. It's a kind of a how-to, like what do you need, what do you do, and stuff, right? So, um, what's the repair modules that you can get for your ships? The auto repair stuff. That it would seem to me that that kind of thing might come in handy for a newer player, just in case they slam their ship into the planet or something occasionally, right? They can effect repairs on their ship without having to go back into the bubble. I like how you mentioned the Billionaires Boulevard too. That's we're going to be doing that on this stream too at some point. I've started that. I think I've done like 20 systems. I think there's like 40 or 50 or more in the Billionaires Boulevard. Basically, that's a route that some people have identified as fairly lucrative for exobiology scanning. So I've done a little bit of that one. I think I might have I might have had probably about 1 billion.
Repair limpets come in handy sometimes.
Yeah, exactly, right? I don't know if there's more than one way to do that, the repair stuff, but that might come in handy. Maybe there's an idea for a slightly more advanced version of your tutorial there. Just the fuel scoop, the repair limpets, a few things like that, right? A few odds and ends that will really put you over the top in terms of being able to come way outside the bubble, and survive, really, right? You don't want to come out here and wreck your ship, because that's just that's no fun. Trust me. Been there, done that. Okay, one more set of samples. Thing is, you gotta get fairly close to the ground before you can see them. You see a lot of the stuff just renders in as you get a lot closer, right? Like completely renders in. You can see like rough surfaces from a distance, but to get a really good idea of what's in front of you or below you, you need to be a lot closer. And not going very fast. It's similar to No Man's Sky. The faster you go, the more likely you are to miss things. So this is a very, I would almost say, therapeutic activity in Elite Dangerous. During this stream series, I'd like to explore a number of different facets of the game. This is the first one. It's not the first one you'll encounter when you're first starting the game, that's for sure. But I don't. Can you have multiple characters in this game? I don't know how to do that. I know some people have multiple characters, but I think that's kind of multiple accounts. I don't know if you have to have multiple like game licenses to do that or what, but somebody can enlighten me on that. That'd be awesome, actually. If I was able to do that, I might have done that instead of what I'm doing here. I might have started up a new character, right? Like I do in No Man's Sky when they buy the game again. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's one thing that I think they should have in this game, like multiple characters. You don't necessarily need, an infinite number, right? I mean, in Fallout 76, you got what, 4 or 5? In No Man's Sky, you got 15 different games that you can start. you know, most games limit you to the number of iterations that you can run at any given time, right? And I think if this game had that kind of potential, it I think people would probably flock to it to a greater extent. Now I'm not sure how that would work, right? Oh, here's some stuff here. Okay. Where can we land? Can we land here? So we're on a pretty good incline right here. Right here. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try to put this thing down right here. Let's see how it goes. The land is flat, but it's on an incline. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Nope, get me up, not down. So here's the stuff. Okay, what about right here? Is this good? Will this work? No? How about right over here? All I want to see is turn blue. Unsuitable terrain. No. Okay, too low. Hitting the ground. Shields aren't getting damaged, but we are hitting the ground. Anything else around? We are really low to the ground here. I want to land anywhere. Pardon me, I want to land anywhere around here. Anywhere is good. How about over here? Nice big flat spot right here, but again, is it suitable? Is it? I'm on the ground now, and I can't land. I'm not landing. How about over here? Right here. Shit. God dang. Wrong buttons. Right here. $25 This looks flat enough. What the hell? What's wrong with this place? Huh? How about over here? Another nice big flat spot. Picky or what? Oh, I see. I wasn't over the flat spot. There's the flat spot there. Okay. How about here? Oh, come on. Nothing to do with it. All right, well, moving along. Next patch. Maybe we have some flat spots around here. Certainly looks like it from here. But do we have any samples? Do we have any samples? It's got to be both, right? You can't just land anywhere and hope for the best. You got to find the samples. There's some. Nope. Yeah, the tricky thing here is that there's some numbers on my screen that are orange that are the same color as the samples. It's thrown me off. Dang it. I think I'm just going to put this thing down and see if I can find some. Of course, that's never a good idea, is it? There's probably some flat spots right here. Does me squat bit of good if there's no samples around. So now I'm just tickling the upward thruster here. And of course one of the side thrusters. Keeping my nose to the ground just to see. We're going pretty fast. 80, almost 90 kilometers. I think kilometers an hour. So that's pretty fast for what we're trying to do here. There's nowhere to land up here anyway. One more. That's all we need. Then we're moving on. So that's what I've been doing for like the last 4 or 5 days. Just cruising from system to system. Trying to find biological samples. First footfall to give myself a bonus. And the bonus is substantial too. I'm not sure what the bonus is. Is there statistics on that anywhere online, or anybody know? I know they're very substantial. Like just the scanning will give you in the millions, like tens of millions, hundreds of millions maybe, depending on how long you're out here and how much stuff you get. But the bonuses will get you up in the billions. I'm hoping this run might give me enough to buy myself that carrier.
4 times, but I'm not sure.
4 times, yeah. That wouldn't surprise me a bit because it's quite substantial. Are you on the game, Lycos? I guess I'm in a solo run here, so you probably wouldn't be able to spot me anyway. if we were in, if we...
I was grinding fed rank, but I'm off now.
Okay. Oh, here's some more samples. Okay, where is... There, it looks like there might be a spot right over there somewhere. I'm wondering if there's anything to my right here. There's a lot of flat spot stuff, but it's very inclined. Is this any good here? No.
I might try some axe again on Friday.
Okay. Anti-Xeno, yeah. So that's another aspect of the game that I'd like to explore at some point on stream. The anti-Xeno warfare. They got enemies called Thargoids that are, I think they're plant-based, aren't they? And they're quite tanky. I haven't been doing very well against them in our first foray, but you know, got to keep trying, right? Okay, there's just a little flat spot right here. This looks like it might be a flat spot right here. I'm going to try to land here. Right about here. Unsuitable. Really? I guess so, eh?
I want to test the new ship in Axe.
Yeah, you got that Corsair, eh? That's a cool looking ship, isn't it? Unsuitable. Come on, man. This place looks really flat. It's just too much of an incline, is it?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, I see kind of a flat spot behind me. Now there's a flat spot here. Not happening. Whoops, better not do that. Slam my ship on the landing gear.
It's a multi-role ship.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, eh? Yeah, these mountains are a real bummer, aren't they? Do I have a landing spot here? Land, you bugger. Land. Excuse me. Okay, I'm landing here somewhere. I'm going to land here somewhere. And I'm going to get this sample. Right here? No. How about right here? Shields down to 94%. That's what happens when you try to land in unsuitable territory, in unsuitable terrain. As flat as it gets here, isn't it? No, a little further ahead. Right here. Come on, land. Really? Oh. Okay, quick question. Is this going to help if I turn this off? Anybody? Don't think so? Want to see me try?
I don't think so.
Want to see me try? Yays? Nays? Sure.
Sure, LOL.
Hi. 70 meters. Okay, let's take this down. Where's the big rock? I'm on the ground. It says 0 meters. -1. No. Okay. Didn't help. Okay, so we're learning new things. Where you can and cannot land. So, DBX, big ship? It's not a big ship. Is it a medium or small? I don't remember. Does it require a medium landing pad or a small? If it's a small ship, well, we got a better chance, but... Small, I think, eh?
Small, I think.
Hmm. That's not going to give us any guarantees, of course, but... No assurances either way. Well, we got 2 samples. That wasn't bad. I think the next flat spot I see, I'm going to try to put it down and see if I can scope around and find something. Okay. No. It's one thing to look for the perfect spot. Something completely different to be looking for anything at all, right? We're going pretty fast here, so chance of finding something are going to be reduced, probably. Looks like we got some flat areas up here. If this thing would only turn a bit more. Side thrusters, I guess if I had that engineered a bit more, might help. Oh no, it's too much of an incline. Wouldn't have thought this ship needed such a big landing zone. Can we put it down right here? Oh, come on. Really? Oh, I think we just had a zone here. There we go. Alignment okay. Oh my goodness, how close is that? How close are we to getting this thing on the ground? I think I had a blue spot here. Right here. Can we force it down? How friggin' flat does it need to be? Okay, this is ridiculous. Oh, look at that. We almost got an auto landing there. Alignment okay, unsuitable. There we go. Ha ha! Now the only thing is we gotta find a sample. Good luck with that, Marty. There's definitely a big enough landing zone there. Not sure why that didn't work out. Any stuff around? Now there's no stuff around. What a burn. No point in running away and then trying to call your ship in this mess. Better not wander too far or the ship's going to take off, then we'll never get it back. Oh, here's a sample over here. Finally. Okay. So we'll be good to go. Yeah, so I'm starting to wonder how much I'm going to get for all this. There's our full sample. Fungoid cetaceous. Ships over there. Oh, can't even make it up the hill. Yeah, I like this terrain about as much as the mountainous terrain in No Man's Sky. It's about as much of a pain in the butt to get around. Worse, actually, for landing. But here's what it is. Let's not cry too hard about it. All right, out of here. Landing gear up. Let's get into the escape vector. And next location. Okay, that was pretty good. Now, there's a bunch of stars around here. I'm just going to stay in the area. May as well. 23 light years. That'll be on my compass. Now you see the little hollow circle in the hollow blue circle, hollow blue dot inside the small circle, the small orange circle, just over and to the left of the big 3D display there. That's where I'm headed. The little hollow blue circle. When it turns solid like that, that means it's no longer behind me. It's actually like if you think of it this way, if you look straight ahead 90 degrees in any direction, okay, that will give you a solid blue dot. If it's behind you at all, it'll give you a hollow dot. Now let's... Friendship drive charging. Friendship? Is it a... No, it's not. I'm going to put Dune Awakening in my wish list, just for shits and giggles. I know it's not going to drop in price, but... games don't have a tendency to go on sale for a substantial amount of time after launch. Okay. It's in my wish list. Okay, so what do we got in this system? Let's see. Has anybody been here and scanned the thing? Yeah. Okay, so here's something we need to be aware of. You see there's one planet there, right? This one here, A1. There's two suns. Now, to me, that could mean two things. Somebody's been here and scanned the place, or scanned the whole place, or somebody's been here and only found one planet. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop and scan it again, because it's possible that they didn't... Yeah, you see there's 18 bodies here. They didn't scan the whole system. So I'm going to scan the whole system. There's two here at least. Yeah. No features. I'm going to scan the whole system, and I'm going to see if there's any biologics here. So that's something that you need to be aware of, right? When you scan, when you look at the system, sometimes you'll only see a few planets discovered. That could be somebody that just came in there and just did a very, very basic scan and probably didn't like what they saw or something. Who knows? Okay, there's lots of planets here. So there's one here. Okay. There's one up here. You see that the little things are pointing to it, so we'll go up and... okay, there's more down here. There's another one. More down this way. Now, we gotta adjust the frequency scanner here. High metal content world. Okay. No biologics, I don't think. More down here. More than one. Okay. IC body. I think there are IC bodies with biologics. I'm not 100% sure, but I thought I saw some. Okay, so here we're going to zoom out again. We got 12 out of 18 so far. Another one here. Several here. So one here. Rocky. Another one here. High metal content. This would be good for mining, I think. Okay, that's 15. There's 3 more. That's 1. And there's more here. gas giant. Different color, eh? Notice that? So there should be one more planet here somewhere. There it is. System scan complete. Doesn't look like there's any biologics in this system. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 landable planets. None of them have any atmosphere. You need an atmosphere like these kinds of things to put the blue, the complete blue sphere circle around the planet. You need an atmosphere to have biologics, but you need to be able to land on them to discover them. Okay, so that's another. You'll get credit for this stuff too, discovering systems. It's not nearly as lucrative as exobiology scanning, though, in terms of money that you can make. Let's go here. So if somebody's been there and they've scanned it, you should be able to see the system map. I think that's how that works. Okay. It's right over here. And speed up. Frame shift drive. Charge the frame shift drive. Now, tomorrow, I've put Fallout 4 on the shelf as well. We've pretty much exhausted the possibilities on that, save for building settlements. And I don't really find that all that compelling. I think maybe I'll build out some settlements and put some settlement build videos online. But aside from that, I think that playthrough is done. We've done all the items from the update from last April. Took us about a year to get through the whole game. I mean, 1 day a week, right? So 50, 150 hours maybe, something like that. Not quite, because it skipped some weeks, right? So maybe like 120, 30 hours, something like that. Okay, we're finished scooping here, so let's have a look and see what's in here. We have a star. There might not be any planets in the system, so we're going to check anyway. There is an orbital plane there, as you can see the line. So my guess is there are some planets, and certainly appears that there are. This one, high metal content. Another high metal content. Another one right here. This one is an icy body, I think. Yep. Another one right here. Oh, there's more than one here. When you see double circles or multiple circles, you can tell there's more than one. Rocky body. The other one is probably a gas giant that it's revolving around, right? Nope, high metal content. Okay. That's 6. We'll just keep going up the elliptical plane here. Oh, they're going to be behind the sun. Yeah, there's one behind the sun there. There's another one there behind the sun. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get out from behind the sun. The sun is just below us here. We just finished scooping fuel off it, right? So there's the elliptical plane. Ecliptic plane, where all the planets or planetary orbits are, generally. Not necessarily all of them, but most of them. So once we get around the sun far enough, we can stop this boat and re-engage our scanner. And here's one of the bodies that we couldn't see that were behind the sun. High metal content. Where's the other one? Okay, I think it might be down here. Yep, there it is. Icy world. Yeah. System scan complete. And now we can see that again. Oh, we have one possibility here. This one has atmosphere and is landable. These 4 are landable but have no atmosphere. These 2 have an atmosphere but are not landable. And this one has no features. So SOL for the Exo-Bio on that one. Let's keep going around the neighborhood here. Stars over this way. Okay. Quickest way to do that. Get the thrusters going. Full speed and friendship drive charger. So I went headless for this stream because, well, for a number of reasons. One, I wanted to give the audience a full perspective of what I'm looking at. Anytime you see the players, either their avatar or their face on the screen, it's blocking something. It's usually blocking something, and I try not to do that. Now I'm noticing that on the left and the right side of the screen, there's not usually a whole lot of information. That's not exactly true because when you go into this map, for example, you do have a lot of information on the left and the right. Down here, maybe you might not have so much. Okay, so somebody has first fall on this planet. So somebody has scanned this planet. There's one biological there. None there. And one there. So they didn't come to this planet and scan this biological. We can get first footfall. Oh, let me just check that. Yeah, it was discovered, but there's no footfall on this planet. So we can actually go here and get first footfall on this planet. If, of course, we can actually land on it. Okay, so there is the planet. And it's over here, probably in the ecliptic plane. There it is. Super Cruise Assist active. Again, this is going to take you to the planet automatically. You don't have to screw around with this. So I'm just going to leave it do its thing. And when it gets close enough, I'll disable the Super Cruise Assist. And we'll do a scan. See what the incidence of the biological is. See what it is, where it is. And perhaps if it's worth going down for a look. I'm going to go down for a look. Okay. This probably be the last planet we do on stream here this evening. And again, I'm going to be doing this probably into next Monday or Tuesday, and start heading back into the bubble probably on Tuesday. It's going to take me a while. We're almost 4,000 light years out, so it's going to take a while at 50 light years per hop. So and we're going to find a genomics representative, Vista Genomics. Those are the people that buy your scan data, such as the Exo-Biology. So we're going to find that. I'm hoping to do that as like a first thing next stream, and then we'll what I'd like to do is look for a high conflict system where we can do some ground combat, which is I find that to be the most fun part of the game. It's the most kind of active part of the game, if you will, and it's a lot of fun. So we can also implement a there's a website that tells you, well, that gives you information about all of that kind of stuff. We're probably going to consult that as well. So yeah, should be fun. That's a different aspect, completely, totally different aspect of the game. It's certainly doesn't pay as well as this stuff, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I find that to be probably the most fun part of the game so far. I haven't sunk my teeth into space combat very much yet at all. We did with Lycos Nuftorius. We were out to the California Nebula, I think it was, doing some anti-Xeno warfare with the Thargoids there a number of weeks ago. That was before I went on holidays, I think, so that was like a month and a half ago. But and I didn't do very well. My ships are not very well equipped for combat, so I got to work on that. But I would like to do more of that, obviously. I'd like to get into some mining too, and I'd like to also continue my colonization efforts. I've picked up a system. I've colonized a system. I put one small space station in it, just to say, it's mine. Going to get into it. But yeah, and like I said, I'd like to get a fleet carrier that has a much higher materials capacity, such that I don't need to be shuttling back and forth like 50, 60, 70 times with my ship just to get the materials to build my station. I can do it maybe in 2 or 3 or 4 hauls with the fleet carrier. I'm hoping. We're hoping. And what else? What else is there to do in this game? Mining, yeah. Asteroids, stuff like that. Engineers, we can dig out the engineers to, better outfit our suit, our ship, and so on. And there's other aspects, that I'd like to get into. So it's for me, this is very, very early game. I've got I don't know. I got a couple of 100 hours into this easily, 200 or 300 hours in, and I'm barely scratching the surface. So this is yeah, you could spend a lot of time in this game and not get much done, basically. Unlike most games that you're 100 hours in, the game's over, right? You've beat it, kind of thing. Well, there's not really any such thing in this game. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because some people that have been playing this for years, I wouldn't say they beat the game, but they're elite dangerous. So I've got a long way to go before I get there. Commander Gorvek has come online. Hello, Commander Gorvek. How are you? Can I send him a message? Nope. Sorry, didn't mean that. I wanted to do this. Hello, CN. Okay, see if he responds. Okay, what's going on here? All tangled up in my wires here. Okay, just a second. Let me see if I can pull my browser screen over a bit. Yeah, okay. I got my Discord in the back there, but do I have I don't even have an Elite Dangerous voice channel. I should make one. Yeah. Later. Okay. Now, you saw that I was paused there. I paused the game into the escape menu. The game keeps going when you do that. You keep moving. 115, 114. Watch, when I go back in, it'll be around 110. See? It did move. 110. Game keeps moving when you're into the escape menu. You need to actually... I'm guessing you need to actually exit the game for your ship to stop. Your best bet, semi-pro tip, your best bet is to get into a space station, a freighter, land on a planet, land somewhere, and then exit the game. Because, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen if you exit the game and you're out in space like this. Can you get attacked by pirates? Maybe not out this far. I don't know. But shit can happen, I guess. Your best bet, I think, is to land somewhere. Preferably in a safe haven. And then exit the game. That's what I try to do. So yeah, this is one of the kind of more dreary aspects of the game. Excuse me, flying to planets that are a little off the beaten path. You know, I mean, it's off the second sun, right? The second star over here, right? And it tells you how far away from. Yeah, distance 68,000 light seconds. That's far. That's quite far. That's how far it was from where I am. Now, if I had taken that distance when I first got in the system, you would have seen that it would have been a lot farther than that. Delta One and their viewers just joined. Say hello. Now, Delta One. Oh, Delta One did a speed run, did he?
Hi, Marty and Chad.
Sunny family. Dashboard Devil, welcome aboard. How is everybody doing this evening? Hope you're all having a great day. Saigon Jin. I don't know if there's anybody new in chat there, but you know what? Push that subscribe button. Push the like button. Christy, welcome. Welcome in. How did the speed run go? Delta, tell me. Me raid. Thank you, Delta. Delta Creator, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you this evening? Speed run, how'd it go? Sub 1 hour? Has anybody beat? Oh, an hour 12? That's not bad. Not horrible. Yeah, absolutely. Has anybody beat an hour yet? I haven't been following, so I don't know. Sorry. I know there's several people that are doing that. Probably Jason and Paul. And Paul is a 55. Oh, I think he's the king of speedruns right now, isn't he? Yeah. Very well organized with that. He's very systematic. There are a few RNG things that you have to deal with, but yeah, he's got it pegged pretty much, isn't he?
Heavy is the head.
Heavy is the head. Heavy is the head. I'm sure there's some deep meaning to that, Delta, but you just went swoosh right over my head. Sorry. That wears the crown. Okay, right. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I should have clued in there. Crown of speed runs. Yeah, that head's probably not very heavy. It does take effort. Howlin' Mad Murdoch, welcome into the stream. How are you? Are we going to get a subscribe reminder here or not? Come on. Come on, Streamlabs bot. Get off your keister. Do your job. So, Elite Dangerous. Yeah. Delta's good at Elite Dangerous, too. Very good. I've learned a few things from Delta, I think. My tack is not to even start the expedition.
is to not even start the expedition face with tears of joy.
Yeah, that's...
Guys,
Yeah, okay. I'm not even... no,
away
not
from
touching that one.
400. Make it happen.
My guys, my man is 7 away from 400. Yeah. You noticed that, eh? I've been stuck on 390s for like months. Not sure what's going on there, but hey, it is what it is, right? I'm not doing this for subs, but yeah, you know, if you're kind enough to sub, I would appreciate it. That'd be awesome. That'd be absolutely awesome. So, okay, we're now 5,000 light years away, light seconds. Perfect. Thanks, Howlin' Mad Murdoch. That's a really good name. There's a few out there, eh? Marty plays. That's very plain. Plain Jane. Plain John. 07 Howlin' Mad. 07. Did that start here in Elite Dangerous or did that start in NMS? I first saw it in NMS, but they use it here too. 07 Commanders.
07. It started in Elite.
Oh, did it? Yeah. Okay. So, like I was saying, tomorrow, I'm hoping. I was talking to another streamer earlier in the week, and we might try to get together and do some Tom Clancy, probably Ghost Recon stuff on Thursdays, because my Fallout 4 stream is now shelved. It's on the back burner. I'm gonna probably do some, like I said, some settlement build videos, offline videos on that, but that's offline.
In the 90s before text emojis because it's the text symbol for saluting.
Right. So tomorrow night, if I can get together with that other streamer, Text the Infidel, he does a lot of Tom Clancy stuff. He's very good at it. So if we can get together, that's what's going to happen tomorrow. Otherwise, it's going to be a Farming Simulator 25 stream. I'm picking up a new map off the hub, and we're going to check it out. So okay, I need to stop this. Okay, I can't stop. Okay. Sometimes you get into a gravity well and you look like you're going to slam headlong into the planet. But such is not the case. But you know what? I'm on the dark side here, so I'm going to go over this way. And we'll see if we can get on the sunny side of the planet. It's never fun trying to land on the dark side of a planet. Where are you? Okay, that's a little bit better, but not totally. So I'm going to do a scan. Actually, you know what? I should do a scan anyway. I should do a scan because I got first footfall on this thing. So here we go. We're on the sunny side, and we're getting closer. Let's stop right. Let's get a little bit closer. That took us a few minutes to get here, eh? Okay, we're going to stop right there. And we're going to launch 6 probes. No, I'm going to launch 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how that goes. So the ones I've launched out here like this, they're going to go around the other side kind of. The one I launched in the middle obviously is just scanning a little portion of the planet on this side. Yeah, this is not going to do it. I think I pushed the other ones too far out the back. Yep. Dang. Okay, so let's go
I need to get back to
on
Exo
here.
to fill out my codex. Made my carrier money by cherry picking. Might be a good side quest for DW3.
Okay, your codex you're talking about. Let me see if I can figure this out. I'm pretty much a noob at this, so bear with me, please. Okay, what do we got? We got bacterium, eh? And it's not everywhere. So all the blue dots, all the blue splotches there, that's where we're going to find bacterium. Where's the best place? There is no best place, probably. I'm going to try to find a larger splotch and just jump in. Now, of course, I don't want to take too steep of an angle of entry here because I'm just going to bounce right out, or it's actually going to stop. So maybe... yeah, maybe right here. Right here should be good. Somewhere around here. So these blue splotches tell you where the bacteria, where you're going to probably find bacteria. Bacteria is kind of little stains on the surface. Small, very small stains. So you got to pretty much be right on top of them. Okay, see the red bars there? You don't want to be inside there. You can, but you don't want to be. And I want to be over here somewhere. Codex is your right-hand panel. Yeah.
I have a little side goal to collect every possible sample.
Right.
I.e. every color, of every variant, of every plant. It's quite an undertaking.
Okay, so it's not just every plant, eh? Aha. Okay, let me, we're 100 kilometers out. Let's see. Codex is, oh, wait now. Yeah, it's here somewhere, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, I don't want to crash into the planet, so I'm going to just leave that alone for now. You can see the codex from when you're on foot too, right? Safer on the ground, yep. Okay, glide engaged. There's a big crater just to our right. Okay, we're going to keep this speed up. I'm just wondering now how much of a contrast there's going to be with the...
Marty, your voice sounds like Bob Ross, American painter.
Yeah, I've been told that. Right, Delta? No.
Sunny family, I was just thinking that LOL.
No relation. No relation. Okay, let's do this.
LOL Howlian.
Do I see... I think I see bacteria right here. Yeah, it changed colors. Look at that. Okay, just going to apply the upward thruster. Is this bacteria right here? No, I don't think so. Okay, so I'm pointing slightly towards the ground, and I'm using the upward thruster here to just keep my ship from slamming into the ground here, but keep moving forward. Yeah, I wonder if the bacteria on this planet is going to be hard to find. Some planets it's harder than others. If it's gray or white like this stuff, it's going to be dead easy. Otherwise, well, we're gonna have to. Oh, here's some here. It's gray. It's a little darker gray, but it's gray. Just off to our right. Okay, it's 11 p.m. Eastern. I think I gave everybody a fairly good idea of what I was doing tonight. Some exobiology. Before I sign off, I'm just going to show you just a couple of more things.
Little tip for landing. If you switch briefly combat mode while descending, you can see the terrain easier. Flip back to analysis mode to see the bio highlights if needed.
I think this is it here, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there it is. So here's our first sample of the bacterium. I gotta let it finish, because if you don't, it's not gonna work. Okay, now what I was saying earlier is this thing here, right? Is it over here? There's the engineers. There's the codex. Discoveries. So I found one of everything, I think. Organic. Oh, I see. No, I don't see. So what is it you're talking about here, Howlin' Mad? I'm sure there's a lot more than this. I haven't done a whole lot, so there's a lot more than this. 35 is what? First footfall? Oh no, that's confirmed. Reported, confirmed. Okay, I don't know. Okay. So let's get back inside. We're dying here. So that yellow bar on the bottom left there, that's my power bar. There it goes back up. Okay, let's get inside.
Let me assemble a coherent answer, LOL.
That's okay. If you come back on the stream on Wednesdays, I'm going to be doing this for a while. Maybe you can help me out, because I'm a noob. So, and I'm having fun. Okay, so again, the codex is here as well. We also have this stuff here, all the stuff.
I'll be around.
So, trading profit, credits 3.4 billion. That's from.
You are new to the stream. Consider subscribing.
Yeah, there it is. Finally.
Would be very much
Way to go, Streamlabs. Yeah, so that's from a previous run outside the bubble here, and a run of about 20 or so systems in the Billionaires Boulevard. What can I tell you else about this thing? Okay, so here's a more detailed stats. Yeah. Profit from combat bonds, 350 million. That's what I was talking about earlier, the ground combat. That's how much I've earned from ground combat. 27 bonds, so 27 iterations of ground combat. I'd like to try that next week, maybe.
Got to sleep now. Enjoy the stream. Smiling face with hearts. GN everyone smiling face with hearts.
Delta Creator, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. You have a great rest of your night. We'll see you again, probably on Delta Stream. Okay, so let's, what else we got?
Bacterium has 15 subtypes and each of those have multiple color variations.
Okay, so if I go into the codex, go here, organic, go into the bacterium, where is it? Bacterium, there it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, I see. The yellow ones I don't have, right? Or I've reported. What's all this about? Oh, I see. Yeah, that's getting a little too complicated for my mind right now. But yeah, I see what you're talking about, yeah. Lots of xenological. Oh, Thargoids, look at that.
Be reported by anyone. Ones you've scanned. Night Muma hugging face smiling
Thargoids. I've been to a Guardian site, yeah. Digging that stuff out. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get into all this stuff, I'm sure, if I, get deeper into the game. Here's my engineers. We've unlocked Elvira. There's a couple of more that are unlocked there, but haven't been visited very much. Grade 5 access, that's for my frameshift drive, shield generators. So, yeah, right now, nobody else is on the list right now. As far as ship is concerned, let's see, where does it say that? Is it here? So yeah, I've got a 55 light year unladen range.
It's most important to do what is fun.
Yeah, of course.
Get lost in the weeds and get burned out.
Yeah, and that's what I was doing with the colonization there last week, the week before. We were just shuttling back and forth these materials, and it was just super tedious. I was doing that for 3 or 4 or 5 days, and wow. And I only got a little tiny station to show for it. But anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, so it's been fun so far. So that's going to be it for tonight. For me, I'm just going to keep scanning for this this bacterium. But let's see, is it this button? Yeah. So let's see. Is it this one that it certainly does? Okay, let's see. Roll. Okay. Elevation. Up. Up. Let's go this way. There's my ship. This is the Diamondback Explorer. That's the ship I'm using for my exploration. It's an awesome little ship. I've outfitted some extra things on it to get it out a little farther. So, yep, fun been doing that so far. And so like I said, next week, well, until next week, I'm going to be doing this offline. Next week, I hope to be going back in towards the bubble. Oh yeah, I did want to say something about that, didn't I? I did want to show you where I was, kind of thing. So here's my current location. There's the center of the galaxy, way over there. There's the bubble, right here. So the center of the bubble is the solar system, the system with Earth. So if from where I am, if I go Sol, which is the sun, our sun, it tells you there's the sun right there. Alpha Centauri, there's some more familiar things. It tells you how far out I am. I'm almost 4,000 light years out from the bubble, from the sun. And that's pretty much how far you got to go now. Yeah.
Out to Statue of Liberty Nebula.
Yeah.
LOL.
Small galaxy. You're funny. That's why they call you Howlin' Mad. All right, folks. On that note, I'd like to thank everybody who decided to spend their precious time with me this evening. Thanks for the raid, Delta. There's too many of you to name right now. 45 people in chat, apparently. Not all of you are chatting, I know. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button if you're not already done. We're almost at 400. 500 will allow me to do some charity stuff, actually. I was looking to do that last year around this time, and I realized that you can't. YouTube won't let you do any charity stuff unless you got like 500 subscribers. So that's my goal for this year. Just to try to get as close to that as possible, and hopefully do some charity stuff. I've got a couple in mind already. Yeah, so thanks everybody for coming in. Really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day or night, whatever it is where you are. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Don't forget, tomorrow night for me, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be either something from Tom Clancy, probably Ghost Recon, or If it's Ghost Recon, it'll be a tag team kind of thing. And if not, it's probably going to be Farming Simulator 25. We're looking at a new map. And yeah, should be fun. Saturday morning cartoon coming up 10 a.m. Eastern. Saturday morning. No Man's Sky. Abandoned Run. That's going like fun too. Still looking for a ship. I don't know if you're still there. Double tap, but yeah, still looking for a ship. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, folks. Take care. Have a great night.